We've got a drier day today. Nero got a little bit wound up in here yesterday with the torrential rain. He's had his steps on the walker this morning. He's had a little bit of a clean up, tail wash, leg wash, a little bit of a beard trim. And you're looking very handsome again. Yes. Go on, go and get your steps in. I was thinking about this track and I was worried slightly that it was a bit narrow. But actually, where it narrows off, it actually encourages them to walk even more. And then when they get to the wider areas, that's where they can just stop and rest. But you know, these two tracks are a little bit of an experiment so that we can then see how we work it for the rest of the field. But it's good because it encourages him to walk up the hill, up to the top. We'll put a feed station up there as well at some point. But right now, we just have the one feed station down at the bottom. And he's back down to it already. So this area at the bottom, by this time of year and with all the rain that we've had, this would have usually been a complete muddy, boggy mess. But now all of that was scraped away, a drainage channel was put in, and you can see how it's effectively clearing the water from down here so that that area can stay nice and dry. And we've got a little stream across the path here. Oh, it's so nice to have some dry weather today. Although that's not a good sight, is it? Poor Neeky hobbling across to the hay bar. As you may have seen on Frey's vlog, unfortunately, she's very sore again on that foot. So she had a poultice on last night. She's got her boot back on today. And as you may know, we're heading up to the vets on Monday because she's having 2 teeth out and another x-ray on that foot. So hopefully we'll find a little bit more out about what's going on with it. But it's just really frustrating because I think it's probably because of all the wet weather that we've had and even these turnouts that are generally pretty dry, got absolutely sodden. And I was just a week late in getting this year's top up, so I have ordered that in for next week, so that is coming on Wednesday just to top up both this turnout and the one over here, because this wood chip is brilliant, but with the amount of rain that we do get up here, it does get stodgy and needs topping up every year. So we're having a bit of a clean up today after the horrible weather. So Lisa's down there pressure washing the yard. Pressure washed. Bessie's barn. Molly's been doing mucking out. I think she's down at Hoytzer and Jubbers now. And now Arthur's going to go down and feed all the girls and boys. So even though we have let the girls through into the long field, we have kept the barn field open. You can see there quite how boggy and wet it is. But I know they really don't enjoy being shut in the long field because they love to be able to be in a position where they can see the farm, they can see us when we're coming down with their feeds. And I think we're just going to have to sacrifice the bottom of this field and hope that their legs don't get too bad in all the mud whilst they wait for their new area to be completed. Good morning, girls. You're all looking very beautiful this morning, and there's no scary concrete wagon down here today. Would you like me to get your breakfast? We've got Wendy and Charles here today, who I mentioned were coming to visit on your annual visit, and I can't believe quite how well Wendy is looking, given that you went through really, really extensive surgery the back end of last year, and you're glowing.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely glowing. So it's wonderful to see you here. And are you feeling a lot healthier now?
Yes, I am, definitely. It was all worth it. It wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. And, you know, here I am, back with these gorgeous beasts.
I know, and Hoytzer, of course, you've known for many years.
Yes, probably decades.
Yeah.
Probably 20 years, yeah.
Because for those of you that don't know, Wendy and I were both directors for the Frisian Association many years ago, which is where we met. And Wendy has been one of our biggest supporters over the years, making all of those beautiful felted scarves, the heartfelt hugs, in all the horses' colours. But we're gonna go and have a look at those in a minute, and we're gonna have a bit of a chat about what you're making at the moment.
Next.
Absolutely. Yeah. But I know that you say that it all went well with your surgery, but I think it was quite stressful for poor Charles, wasn't it?
From the cardiac arrest, it all went well.
Yes, and yeah, that's never a good thing to happen.
No.
But clearly, it was well worth doing because
I slept through it all, so
yeah, that's all that matters.
yeah, boy.
So Wendy is just showing Tamara one of her beautiful felted bags that she's made with the sheep's wool.
Fascinating, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to explain it now as you've got it out to show to Tamara.
Right. I've made a little bag. This is a new design from the wool from the two sheep that live here.
Pfizer and Zen. Zenica.
Pfizer and Zen.
Swarbles.
Zenica, that's it. Schwarbles, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just trying to think of something new to do, something a bit different. So I've made, this is trial run one, so the strap doesn't match the, you know, there's a mismatch of colours here, and I put the toggle on the wrong way and had to cut it off and put it back the right way. And
yeah, but I love it. Yeah. I love the shape of it.
Don't look at my loop fraying there.
Yeah, stop showing all the bits that you, yeah.
And I was just saying how I love the white bits, you know, that just like, you know, showing the fleece naturally. And
it is
lovely.
Fabulous fleece to work with.
Inside.
Yeah, it's all lined.
Beautiful.
So,
so this is the prototype, even though you've made lots of other felted bags before.
I've made lots of clutch bags and I've made tote bags. But this is the first time I've made something this sort of size. So it was just trying to think of a different design, basically.
And look how beautifully colour coordinated you are as well with it.
Yeah. In fact, I think this goes better with my scarf than it goes with the strap I've put on it. But there we go. Colour matching never was my thing.
So what is your plan to make these in the horses different colours?
It might well be.
Oh, yes. Apart from Nero, because Nero's a bit challenging, hey?
Yeah. Freya, thank you for that. I really needed rainbow in my felting life. Yeah, brilliant. Can't wait to get stuck into, you know, whatever comes next.
Brilliant. So we should really maybe ask everybody, you know, their thoughts on it and you know what they'd like to see.
So, yeah.
Excellent. This is just awful to watch. Neeka can barely weight bear on this foot. So I'm going to take the boot off again. I took the poultice off this morning and just put this boot on because it's cushioned and it gives her some support. Doesn't stop her wanting the grass, but it's just awful to see them when they're in so much pain. And I don't know, you probably can't see on the video here, but her leg has become all puffy. It's quite warm, which is generally a sign that there's a bit of infection in there. So I don't know whether this pain is coming from the rotation of her pedal bone and the fact that her sole has dropped, or whether it's coming because of some dirt travelling up through that white line and irritating the laminae. We're all here very confused about Neeka's foot, thinking about what it could be, but we've just put some peroxide in again, and it looked like it was actually going through the base of her foot and then pouring out through the top here. So Molly's just got some, is it iodine?
Yes.
So that we can see, and we're going to try it again. But this might explain a little bit about what's going on, because if this liquid is travelling through the white line and up through her hoof wall, then I think we can be fairly certain that the muck that she stood in the turnout, has travelled up that area and caused an infection or aggravated that laminae, which will be causing the irritation. So let's have a look. It's not going to happen now, is it?
I think we should put the peroxide in again, because that was fizzing. Obviously, because it's fizzing, it might have been fizzing up and out. But then again, I can see whether it's just my hand that's done it.
Maybe we do need to go the peroxide again. I mean, so we're going to try with a bit of peroxide again. So maybe keep the foot tilted up as much as possible so that it can travel down the hoof wall here.
Oh my goodness, it stinks.
So this is what the peroxide does. It bubbles and goes white. Oh. And then if we wipe that off, I think, but it is like this wants to separate. This is the old hoof wall that wants to separate from the new hoof wall there. I think that has, you could put it there as well, because then at least that's travelling down.
Yeah.
Little Noodles is tucked up in bed, and Molly's given her an extra comfy cushioned bed to give her a bit of support on her foot, and popped her hay net at the back here so that she can stand in her shavings. I have actually spoken to Sam, because Sam called to give me the results of Anya's biopsy. Pleased to say there's no tumour, there's no sarcoid there. It is just really badly inflamed granulation tissue, and it's an infection that's just very persistent in that area, and obviously not helped by the fact, as we know, we can't get the air to it because she needs to wear a rug a lot of the time. We can't leave that area exposed. So Sam's talking about maybe removing some of the bigger ones that are sat there around her chest. And I've kind of thought I almost need to get somebody to take on the challenge of designing a rug. Now, whether it's one of the stretchy lycra ones like the Snuggie hoods do, that would sort of fit around the shoulders here but have an area cut out on the front, I don't know. But if anybody can come up with any suggestions or knows a company that might like to design that, then feel free to let me know in the comments, and we can do that. The other thing that Sam said is, fortunately, he is around on Friday afternoon, so we're going to see how Neeka is in the morning, and if she's still that painful, then we're going to get him to pop out in the afternoon with the x-ray. But if we can get her a bit more comfortable overnight, and we can leave it till Monday to take her up there for the x-ray and the other treatment that she needs in her mouth, then we'll do that. But it might be, sorry, I know I'm waffling, it might be that if she's that uncomfortable on her foot at the moment, that we have to leave her teeth for another date. Morning, beautiful girl. It was a bit soggy last night, wasn't it? Again. No, you're not. Push the gate open. You have to shut it. There you go. Should we go and get some breakfast? Floppy Doo's in his favourite place, in Bessie's barn. Would you like the solarium on? Yeah? There we go, Floppy. Life doesn't get much better. On a rainy day, breakfast under an infrared solarium, inside Bessie's barn. Oh, Annie, do you want to go in the friendship barn? Why don't you come down and join Hidda in Bessie's barn? Eh? Maybe we'll try and get you in there later. Come on, come and join Hidda. I'm sure he'll share the solarium with you. Come on. Bessie the best.
Bessie the best. We just have to have a little bit of video of our first guardian angel that's come this week.
Yay.
Lindsay's here with the beautiful Bessie and the beautiful Keith, of course.
Of course, beautiful Keith as well.
Handsome Keith. Oh, sorry. Handsome Keith.
Bessie.
Hello, gorgeous girl. And your barn, Bessie, has been an absolute godsend over the last couple of weeks.
But that, all right, I supported it. But it was your idea to do what you did. And I didn't realise how valuable that would be.
I don't think we realised.
It's for Sam when he comes along to do his work, and you don't have to worry about all the water sort of dispersing because it's all rock. It's
it's been perfect. I mean, I've just spent the last hour in there with Hidda and Neeka. You know, because you can get two in there. Hidda was in there keeping Neeka quiet because she's in a lot of pain and distress with her foot. And we had the solarium on. And in the morning I come out and Annie and Hidda are stood in there, and if they're a bit soggy,
so nice.
I just put the solarium on and they're like, oh, this is
so
lovely.
nice.
So yeah.
And then
honestly,
when you were, was it yesterday that you were bathing Pizza? Or was it Hidda?
Somebody.
And you said it was so nice to get in out of the
It
miserable weather.
was Hidda. Yeah, even though Vince wanted to go down there and have a shower. It's Shower on his own. Yeah.
Stop it!
Oh, it's somebody nearly as hairy as you.
Look, we've got Bailey.
Hello, Bailey.
Hello, how are you?
You're getting.
Oh, stop it. Tomorrow, this is all of our moment. It's not my moment. It's not anyone in particular's. Hoytzer says it's his moment. So Jamie gets to see Jamie's wall for the very first time.
Sweet. So that's Jamie's wall.
That's it. Jamie's clearly moving in.
Is that what your mom was?
That's it, yes.
Yeah. And now she's really running around a lot.
Oh, Millie looks very happy.
Oh, well, yeah.
She loves being cuddled.
Little ears are shivering, yeah.
Oh, look at how she loves that. Look, she's closing her eyes.
No. On the other side, oh, those jaws are gorgeous. You're beauteous. You're
He says, that's it. You can stay in here for the night and just be here to give me loving.
Oh, wow. So beautiful. Look at you. Handsome boy you are.
And he knows it.
Oh, my. God, he's beautiful. No nibbling. Yeah, lying down. I do. Yeah. Little chest. Jamie's got a wet bum and she's got wet feet. Look at the...
Maybe we need to put the solarium on Jamie to dry her out. Oh, floppy doo. The second you stop, he'll start scraping. Is that nice, Floppy? The weather has just been shocking today. It's really not been nice, so it does make filming and just general day-to-day care of all the boys and girls a little harder than usual. You can see we've got Nero in here making a big sloppy mess with a hay ball. He did start the day on the track, but when it's rainy and horrible like this, he doesn't settle very well. So he's had his lovely mentor, Annie, keeping him company for the day. She's not been very impressed about being shut in. Her chest is looking okay. She did rub it a little bit this morning. And of course, she's getting soggy. She can't have a rug on. What else? Now, some of you may have seen our Frey and my live feed this morning where one of our wonderful guardian angels, Jamie, who's staying with us for the next week, came and joined us and got very filthy down with the boys. So if you've not seen that, do head over to the YouTube channel. We've got little Smurfy, little Princey there. And then in the barn here, which is rather dark because we've had a few problems with bulbs blowing that need replacing, so apologies that it's a bit dark. But we've got Wren in here who went free rein last night, and because she obviously was kept on her toes by Hidda, Annie and Prince, she was very tired today, so she stayed in to keep Neeky News company. Neeky News is next door. We've kept her in the dry again. She's still quite sore on that foot, so I've taken the decision that if we can get her to the vets on Monday, we'll just take her for an x-ray and some more assessment on that foot. But I suspect that it is infected, and we won't put her through any kind of dental work at the moment because that wouldn't be fair. And then we have actually over here little Angel Eyes Hunnis, who came in for a clean up today because he was due to be letting a wonderful lady who's with us this afternoon have a sit on him, but because the weather is so disgusting, we've put that on hold till tomorrow. So Lisa will be giving her and her daughter a Meet the Horses tour tomorrow, and then she's going to have a sit on Hannes, and she's already got the biggest Frisian smile because she's in stable stays tonight with Hoitzer. So he's getting lots of attention tonight. And I think somewhere, although I'm not quite sure where he is, little Jubbers is free reigning at the moment, but what we're going to do is actually let Jubbers, you know, I can't find him, I don't know where he's gone. Jubbers and Hannes go into the Hoitzer and Jubbers house overnight. So it will be interesting to see how they get on in there. Anyway, as I say, apologies for the lack of videos. It's you know, always that much harder when the weather's like this. But I believe the sun is back tomorrow and we're due to have a nice sunny week. So we'll certainly be bringing you more of all the boys and girls and our wonderful guardian angels, both Jamie and Lindsay, who are with us for the next week. Isn't this bad of me? I've even got Lindsay blowing the Hoitzer and Jubbers yard. So while I clean out their little stable, it's got a little bit mucky, Lindsay's on with the blower. What an absolute star she is. Hannes is having his first experience of the Hoitzer and Jubbers house and garden. He's gone and explored the tracks. We're just seeing whether he's going to go into the house, because he's sometimes reluctant to go into the friendship barn or an enclosed space. But Jubbers is in there to give him a little bit of courage. He did go in there, I just missed it on camera. Do you approve? Do you think Lindsay and I cleaned it up well enough for you? Yeah? Don't make a mess now.
I'm only an apprentice.
You're an apprentice, are you? Well, you've survived day one in the rain, so, you know. Will you be back tomorrow? That's the question.
Wow.
We'll see.
Certainly. Well, go on, Hannes.
Or has he spotted the salt lick? No. Please don't chew on it. You don't quite know what to do with yourself, do you? You could look over to the boys down there and tease them and tell them that your place tonight is even nicer than theirs. That's charming. That's charming. What? Do we like it? Do we like it? Go on, go in again, Hannes, before I run out of phone storage again. No. It says I've got an itch. It's Sunday and the sun's back and the blue sky's back. Most importantly, we were able to move the Meet the Horses tour and the sit-on for Debbie, who's up there on Hannes right now, having been taken on a Meet the Horses tour by Lisa. Frey got Hannes all dressed up and ready, and she's here with her daughter Jade. And they had a night in stable stays with Hoitzy. And isn't that a beautiful sight? Big Frisian smiles.
I would always say that my favourite thing I ever did was to ride out with my daughter. It was like, there was nothing else to me that I used to hack out together.
And Hannes, as always, is the perfect model. So
Nikki News is still really uncomfortable. Sorry, forgive my voice, I'm losing it. So she's had a poultice on to try and draw out whatever's going on in there. I've spoken to Sam. He's pretty sure that this won't be to do with the problem of her rotated pedal bone, and that because it's so dramatic that there is an infection in there again. The way that she's pointing her toe and the way that her leg has swelled up here would indicate an infection, as well as the poultice that she's had on, which I don't know whether you can see on there, but there's some really horrible, nasty stuff that's come out. That's my technical term for it. But most importantly, it absolutely stinks, which is always, you know, a sign that there's something festering in there, really. So what we've done this morning is we've just washed her foot off. We've bathed it in some Epsom salts to try and help the whole area. And you know, it's a case of looking round it to see whether we can see where the abscess is popping out. You know, she's quite sensitive round her frog. I don't think it's down on the toe area, which is where she often gets the abscess. Now we're just going to put some peroxide in again. This is a thing that Neeka does. She's always done it. She snatches this leg quite a lot, so it's always quite entertaining putting the poultice on, because she tends to lift me off my feet a lot of the time, but my main aim is to not let go of her foot, or for her to knee poor Frey in the chest. So the hot poultice obviously softens the area and encourages any abscess to pop out. Sometimes you use a dry poultice, and we've done both on her over the last few days. I'm going to go for the back of the heel because I'm pretty sure, judging by the last poultice, that's where it is. Although I could be wrong. Just pack it out a little bit. And wrap it with the vet wrap. So very often, because she does this, we lose the whole thing on the floor, and then I curse. Good girl. No, darling, no. I've already got bruises on my leg.
One more minute. One more minute. Good pass, well done.
We have to thank our new camera lady today. So we've got Jamie behind the camera.
And she hasn't even been talking. Miraculous.
You can talk away. You can ask any questions that you think people might be wanting to ask.
Well, you explain everything so well that's not usually necessary. But
Oh, I don't know about that. Especially on a Sunday when my voice is going.
yeah.
So this really isn't going to be pretty, and I know there's all sorts of different things you can put on to make them waterproof, and we would usually have made a little star shape with this that makes it easier to put on, but this at least keeps it a little bit waterproof. You know, we do have boots that we've used, and they tend to walk through them quite quickly, but this will just give it a little bit of protection in the stable and stop it getting wet. You know, again, if anyone's watching this new, you know, we do have hoof boots, but we're not putting the hoof boot on her at the moment, because
it's fitted to her size, and obviously once she's got the bandage on, it would obviously end up being too tight. So this is a good alternative for now.
So starting the week, she'll go up to Penrith but not have her teeth done, or?
So I've messaged Sam this morning to say that unless she's significantly more comfortable tomorrow, I'm not going to take her up even for an x-ray, because I think an x-ray isn't going to tell us anything. She would, if you think of it now, if you've got a ramp to the horse box here, you know, she can barely even walk on flat ground, so I wouldn't ask her to try and walk up a ramp onto a horse box. And I certainly wouldn't want to have her teeth done while she's already in so much pain. So I've agreed with Sam that we'll just take the 3 boys up there tomorrow, and I'm hoping that Chris, our farrier, is going to come tomorrow and just have another look himself, because at the end of the day, you know, it's a balance between the two. You know, Chris is the foot expert. I'm not saying that Sam isn't an expert on feet as well, but Chris has looked after our horse's feet for many years, so I'd like his views on it first before we do anything else. But you know, as dramatic as this looks, always if a horse goes dramatically lame very quickly, then 9 times out of 10 it is an abscess in the foot, and we know that she's got a history of abscess, and she lets us know very quickly, even when they're very deep and they're not showing themselves. And as I've said before, and I'll say again, it's just really frustrating because, you know, it's been going on for so long and we just don't seem to be able to get on top of it.
And now that she's poulticed and it looks like something's burst, she could resolve that reasonably. I mean, the initial resolve could be fairly quick.
Hopefully, you know, if I couldn't see exactly where it's burst, and it might burst in a few places, but usually when it bursts, then they're a lot more comfortable. So there's obviously still a build-up of something in there that's making her this sore, because for her to be this sore, even though she's on 2 bute, it's not good.
Right.
Not good. So.
It's a beautiful Sunday morning, and we're just having a little catch up round the coffee table, and Jamie's bought these very pretty. Look at those.
How delicious do those look?
Yeah, tomorrow you can't eat them.
Why?
Okay.
Wait till they go old and stale.
I'm going to love looking at them and love them in my tummy.
Absolutely. and you've also got another...
Look at that, a bandana for in my dry workshop. That's going to be brilliant.
And you've already spotted the tool on there that you want to get, haven't you?
I need to get.
Yeah.
Yes, not one.
That you need,
need.
not one, need.
The entirety of it.
Well, absolutely.
Oh, that's so thoughtful, isn't it?
And I don't have a proper square like that either. So yeah, so that the
That
shaver.
can be your shopping list tomorrow.
Oh yeah. But yes, how lovely it is to sit here on a sunny day, isn't it? As I said, it's like chalk and cheese with yesterday in the rain.
Well, we had 2 horrific days weather-wise, although who would notice? I mean, we're here, right?
Yeah.
But then we were rewarded with this kind of day, and I think this kind of week, which is...
I know, we've got this all week, so we're going to make the most of it. Even got little Millie joining us over there.
Good, yeah.
Nero snoozing in the round pen with Annie.
Hence all the hair. She was a proper
What a lovely
She
day.
was like snoring.
We've just come up to walk the new tracks, and of course we had to sit at Pam's picnic place.
Look at this, and look at you both here as well.
I know, but it's too late to eat because it's too much.
Do we like Pam's picnic place?
It's beautiful. Fabulous.
Jubbers can't cope with the heat. Oh, Jubbers.
Little man.
You're very hot.
Let's
I know, you need a little
I'm
ponytail.
very itchy
Oh,
now.
here he come up. Here he comes.
He says, oh, that's the spot, Jamie.
Hi. What a good boy. Is that it?
Oh yeah, look, the little nose is going.
Handsome boy, Orch.
Annie, my darling, you're not happy, are you? I don't like babysitting.
It's like, I think the rest from grass might do her tummy.
No, it won't do her any good.
Won't it?
I think you're very itchy, actually. Yeah, you're very itchy.
That's not a happy face, and you know, this is the problem with Annie and her skin. Because it's gone warmer, there's loads of little midges around, and although she's been in with Nero, there's nothing she can rub on in there, and she was getting really, really agitated and fractious. So I've just brought her out to give her a quick hose down with some anti-itch shampoo, and we'll see if there's anything that we can put on her. But obviously with her chest still healing from that biopsy, we can't have anything that rubs on that too much. I think she's feeling a little more comfy now. She's had a good bath, a good scratch all over, and I've just coated her in a whole load of fly spray, which we know doesn't work particularly well, but she definitely looks much more relaxed than she did earlier. Are you a bit happier now, Annie? So even though she's still got her stitches on her chest, I couldn't leave her uncovered. So we've actually got what's called a snuggie hood on her that just offers a little bit of protection under here. It's got a zip up the front, and it's just keeping these buckles away from where those stitches are. So the chances are it's going to rub a little bit, but it's got to be better than her throwing herself against walls. And she's already damaged the hay hole, pulled rocks down in there. And she'd wrecked the rest of her body. Look at that dirty little nose. Are you surveying your kingdom, Annie?